Kid and Steve Nash. Dirk Nowitzki. Thank you. Thank you. For the last few months, yes. All right, there she is. For the last few months, two words have been running through my head. Thank you. Thank you to Jerry Colangelo and the Hall of Fame for allowing me to live with this feeling of gratitude for months now. Being in the Hall of Fame means everything to me, so I really appreciate it. Thanks to the NBA and Adam Silver, the greatest sports league in the world. My career has been a long journey. All this became possible because I learned some qualities and some values that were taught to me by some very special people that were excellent teachers. And I would like to share my journey towards these qualities today. Starting with this quality, and that's creativity. And the one guy that comes to mind is my guy, Don Nelson, Nelly. Fortunately, he's not here tonight, but he always saw the game different. And when I came in the league, there were not a lot of coaches that wanted a 7-footer to shoot threes, so my skill set kind of fit perfect into his system, and I can't thank him enough. And he was also very creative off the floor, and the stuff that he came up with in speeches, it's almost like pop. They're not kid-friendly, so I'm not going to say it. But it always came down to me having zero talent on defense, and he always let me know that. And he was just an incredible basketball mind. And one play that always comes to mind, he always came in the morning to shoot around, and he was super proud to share what's the first play going to be. And one time he told me, okay, Steve, dribble the ball over, Dirk, you pop. Bradley, you duck in, and Dirk, you just throw the ball off the glass, and Bradley would catch it and lay it in. Sure enough, that ball went out of bounds, and we started the game going the other way. But anyways, thanks, Nelly, you're the man. Creativity is worth nothing without leadership, and the guy that comes to my mind is my friend Steve. I think we came a long way from those two brutal haircuts we saw there. The frosted tips you had. Thought when we first started to play together that we'll be on the stage together. That means the world to me, and you were a great role model to me, and the best teammate I ever had. So you were always positive. You always encouraged me. We worked our butts off at night, went back to the gym. So and you became a friend for life. So thank you, my friend. Next up for me was I had to learn my competitiveness, and who better but my guy, Jay Kidd. I'll always remember when you came to us, you were, already a little older, but man, you were a warrior. I remember you picking up guys at age 37, 38. You got picking up guys full court, 94 feet, hustling for us, making plays on both ends, and you were just a wonderful, wonderful all-around player, and we won the championship together. We have a bond for life. Thank you so much. I would have really loved to play together with those two guys in their primes, but unfortunately I had to deal with what they gave me. But next up, we had creativity, leadership, and competitiveness. There's one quality that really holds a team together, and that's respect. That embodies the entire class for me of 23. I'm so excited to be a part of this class. Pau, Toni, D. Wade. I didn't always like you guys. We competed at the highest level, but there was always an appreciation of your guys' greatness. So thank you guys. And there's one guy in this class we have the utmost respect for, and that's Coach Pop. I will never forget you. You wrote me a handwritten note when we won the championship, and what you and your organization did at my last game, I'll forever be grateful. So thank you, my friend. And again, to the whole class, it's an honor to go in with you. It's truly, I'm truly humbled. Respect is a great thing if you establish it over a long period of time, and then you get the quality that's more important to me than any other, and that is loyalty. And the guy that, embodies that for me in his life is my good friend Mark Cuban. You have a huge heart, and you taught me a lot of lessons in loyalty. And I always remember when you bought the team and you came to your first practice, you said, let's play some one-on-one. I can play a little bit. So, of course, I drove left like I always do, and I dunked it right on your head. And we had a great friendship and relationship ever since. So thanks for everything you've done for me and for my family, and I appreciate it. Career always comes with change, and that's always sometimes difficult. To deal with this, it requires the following qualities. Donnie, you found me in Würzburg, and you always believed in me when nobody else did. So that quality to me is the ability of taking risks. Thanks, Donnie. Second, you have to master this perfectly. Coach Carlisle, thank you. You taught me how detail-oriented you have to be to win. Really, almost obsessive with attention to detail. And I got to say, I had to retire. I could not have done another shoot-around of yours. I got to say, but you made us champions, and we'll forever be grateful. So thank you. And the lesson there was nothing really works without great preparation. Coach Avery, you pushed me to become just more than a jump shooter. You developed me into more of a complete player, and the lesson here is you made a difference with your intensity, and I'll always be grateful. Thank you so much. The next guy I learned his professionalism from is my guy, Michael Finley. You were a true pro on and off the floor. You let me and Steve grow alongside of you, and we will always be grateful. And you know, I'm still sad you went to the Spurs in '06, but we've learned so much from you, and you became my big brother, and you're always there for me when I need you. So thank you, my friend. No one can whistle a symphony. It takes a whole orchestra to play it, and that orchestra, I was very lucky to have one in Dallas, and that quality was team spirit. And it starts with the whole MAF staff, with the medical staff, with everybody that does so much work behind the scenes and really helps us to perform every night. All my ex-teammates, I almost had 200 of them along my 21 years. Some of them are here tonight. Some of the guys from the 2011 championship team are here. We have of course, I couldn't have done it without you. You guys carried me every night, on defense especially, and we have a bond for life. So I really appreciate you guys coming, and of course all the Mavs fans. I hear you. Everyone hears you, yeah. You guys inspired and motivated me to always work hard, and I will always be proud to represent you guys and, of course, the Dallas Mavericks, so thank you. All these qualities I could have never learned without the next one is innovation. And the one crazy guy comes to mind is my coach Holger. You always thought outside the box. I had to walk through the gym in handstands. I had to play the saxophone. I had to play the saxophone while doing the handstand. What else can I say? You taught me everything from the jump shot to how to play. And, early on, motor skills were always more important than strength training, and I think that helped me in my longevity. You became my mentor for my entire career, and I will always be grateful for what you did for me. Thanks, Holger. Trying new things always leaves you vulnerable, and that's why you need protection, and that's the next quality. And I have received that from my sister Silke and her family, Rolly, Lenny, Lila. You guys always looked out for me. You were always there for me when I needed you. And Silke, I'm sorry I forgot you to mention you at the jersey retirement. It's a good thing you were only mad at me for a brief moment, and that brief moment is still going. Next up is something I learned from two people, and they're sitting here tonight, and it's extremely important message. The quality is humbleness, and I learned that from my parents, Helgus and J-Dub. You obviously sacrificed so much and put your lives on hold so Silke and I can chase our athletic dreams. And to make sure you really understand what I'm saying here, the next two sentences are actually on my accent. They're German. So, was ihr für mich gemacht habt, werde ich nie vergessen für den Rest meines Lebens. Und wenn ich auch nur ein halb so guter Vater werde, wie ihr das Eltern für mich wart, dann bin ich glücklich. Danke. All these qualities are important, but the one really come into play is passion. And I thought I had plenty already in my career until I met you, Jess. Your passion for our family is incredible. You're so driven when you want something in life. You will work so hard to get it. Thanks so much for everything you do for our family and for our kids, and we're really lucky to have you in our lives. Love you. As you see, so many qualities and values are extremely helpful, but there's one more that adds a little spice, and that's curiosity. And I got the best three teachers here tonight. Those are our kids. Malaika, I'm here. Malaika, Max, and Morris. Please keep this forever. Stay curious and hungry. Find your passion and work hard. I think I shared with you some of the stories tonight that I learned from my role models, and I wish the same for you. Find your role models that inspire you along the way. It's always important in life to always have the drive to improve, to never be satisfied. Always see yourself as someone who wants to learn, and not see yourself as someone who knows everything already. I've had so many great lessons taught to me by incredible teachers, and you will find them too. So remember, when you're green, you grow. When you're ripe, you rot. Thank you so much. Thank you. Man, oh man. What a night. What a moment. Gracias. Muchas gracias. Wow. Stand before you with immense pride and gratitude as I humbly accept this huge honor of being inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. I want to express my deepest appreciation to the selection committee for bestowing this amazing recognition upon me. This moment is a testament to the support, guidance, and inspiration I have received from so many throughout my basketball journey. I'll always remember the moment that Jerry Colangelo called me in to tell me the magic words, "You're in." Pretty powerful moment, I gotta tell you. I know my fellow inductees will remember it too. Congratulations to all of you. It's truly an honor to be in the same class. If you had told me when I was young, a little kid growing up in a little city, Samboy, Llobregat, that someday I would not only meet Toni Kukoč, but that he'd be presenting me into the Hall of Fame, I wouldn't have believed you. And yet here we are, Toni. Toni was a great player, heck of a player, man. I mean, he inspired so many European players growing up. I looked up to you. You inspired me to follow your steps. Thought I was going to be a small forward, but I kept on growing and growing until I was 20. So I ended up playing closer to the basket, having to face Timmy and KG and Dirk. But who knows, maybe in today's game I would have been a small forward. Who knows, shooting threes, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, it turned out pretty good for me, so thank you so much for this incredible honor. Also wanted to thank my friend and role model, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I think many of you know that he was going to be here, being also one of my presenters. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it. He fell yesterday under the weather. I just want to say, wish you well, hope you're well, Kareem, and thank you for accepting the honor of being my presenter. Man, so many people have contributed to me for being here, but no one like my family. My dear parents, who introduced me to the game of basketball. They both played at an amateur level, but they played. Thank you so much for all your teachings, for your support, for your love. Never missing a game, never missing a practice, taking me to practices after your work.
You've inspired me. Your commitment, your efforts, your sacrifices have fueled me and motivated me. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I love you so very much, so very much. And my brothers Mark and Adrià. And growing up with Mark was special. You guys have had the chance to watch his NBA career, and he was a special kid. From shooting hoops at our grandparents' backyard and competing already, he always tried to beat me. I always tried to make sure that he knew that I was a big brother. He shouldn't beat me, but he did. At some point, he grew up. We played for our country. We played many championships, won medals, and we got traded for each other. Crazy. I think we are the only brothers who ever got traded for each other. And we experienced one of the most special things, I think, in our career, which was that jump ball at the All-Star game in 2015 at the Madison Square Garden. It was pretty special to share that. Truly unbelievable. Thank you, Mark. And my brother Adrià wasn't particularly interested in basketball early on. He used to bring books when I used to play in Memphis, just reading his books, his comic books. But he's the only one in our family that got a master's degree in business. So I'm very proud to have you both as brothers. Thank you. Love you. And I wanted to take a moment to recognize all the players. Some of you are here, coaches that have come before me, that paved the way, that built this amazing league. Thank you all for your contributions. I truly, truly appreciate them. Thank you. And being from where I'm from, from Europe, Spain, I wanted to give a special mention to those first Europeans that came here, that crossed the ocean, that took a chance and opened doors for players like myself. Fernando Martin, the first Spanish player to ever play in the NBA, Drazen Petrovic, Sarunas Marcellenis, Detlef Schrempf, Arvydas Sabonis, Toni Kukoč, Vlade Divac, Dino Radja, Rick Smith. Amazing players. Thank you to all. I started playing basketball when I was a kid, when I was 7 years old. Just having fun with friends at school, with my classmates. But then 1992 happened. The Olympics in Barcelona. I was 12, it changed my life. The Dream Team showed us how basketball could be played. It made me dream of playing at that level, playing with the best of the best. And that launched really an incredible growth in the sport internationally. And the 2023 class is a true testament of it. So thank you to the Dream Team of 1992, to those teams, also European teams that competed against them. Didn't do so well, but it is what it is. They were pretty good. Then when I was 13 years old, my coach at the next team that I played, my first club team that I played at CB Cornellà, gave me a chance to play point guard for a game, teaching me how hard that position was. It was extremely humbling. Obviously, I struggled tremendously guarding a guy that was 5'2", and really quick, having to bring the ball up and down the court. But what I took from that experience is that at those ages, I think the importance is to teaching and growing, not so much focusing on winning and losing. So that's an important message, I think, to keep, and especially, at all levels in the world as we're trying to teach our kids to play basketball, girls and boys. A couple years later, a guy that I was guarding, he's a tough turnaround jumper. I'm like, Coach, what do I do? How can I defend that? He said, nothing. He'll be, he used to play, it was a guy from FC Barcelona. At the time I wasn't there yet. He said, don't worry, he'll make it to the pros and you won't. I said, okay, I guess. We all face moments and comments like that throughout our lives and careers, but I've always embraced them, allowed them to motivate me and help me grow. And then the next level, I went to FC Barcelona, where I played with many great coaches and players. Some of them have become great friends today, and a special mention to my good friend Juan Carlos Navarro, who was a special player, special talent, not just with FC Barcelona, with Spain. We were great friends and great players, so I wanted to acknowledge him because he really inspired me to be a better player at that time. Then off to the NBA. Got drafted in 2001. Thank you for the Grizzlies for giving me the opportunity to play in the NBA, for fulfilling my dream. When I first arrived in Memphis, I was like, wow, a pyramid. Well, I guess all NBA teams play in pyramids here. It's kind of different, but pretty cool, I guess. Man, I still remember our first press conference with Shane and Will Solomon that also got drafted with us. My English was very limited. I wasn't very comfortable speaking what I knew, which was very little. But I quickly recognized that my teammate here was very articulate, very smart. So I just had to follow what he said, right? So when the media asked us how we felt about the NBA, being in Memphis, first time, the team just moved from Vancouver. And Shane went first, obviously. I was smart enough to allow him to go first. And they wanted him, he was a fan favorite, all NBA, great guy. So I just repeated the last word that I understood, that I was able to identify, that it was electrifying. Sounded good, right? Sounded good. So thank you, Shane, for being here tonight. I love you. I'm proud of my years in Memphis. The work that we did, we set the foundation for what the Grizzlies have become. Some of those people that were there at that time, Billy Knight, Michael Heisley, Sidney Lowe, Mike Miller, Lorenzen Wright, Jason Williams, Stromile Swift, Hubie Brown, Jerry West, and Mike Fratello, amongst many others, obviously. Thank you all for everything that you did at that time during my career and for the city of Memphis. February 1st, 2008, Chris Wallace calls me to his office and gives me the news that I was traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. That obviously changed my life and my career. I know some people in the league were upset about the trade, but it happened, right? And that's where I got to know the person who elevated my game like no other, who taught me what it took to win at the highest level, who showed me how hard you had to work and the mentality you needed to have in order to be the best, the commitment you had to make, what it meant and what it took to be a leader. Kobe. That night I joined the team in DC, and I got to the hotel after midnight. He was texting me saying, hey, I want to come by your room and I want to welcome you. I want to say hello. I want to welcome you to the team. I said, what? It's going to be late. It's going to be like past 1 a.m. You sure you don't want to wait for tomorrow? He said, no, it's not going to be too late. I'm coming over. I said, oh, okay, sounds good. The team had a game next day at noon, so all right. So he just wanted to make sure that right away, firsthand, I got the message. He said, welcome to the team. I'm happy you're here. Now let's go win a championship together. So I said, all right, I'm in, man. I'm in. Have a good night. That was it. That was it. That was it. No crap. Straight to the chase. I wouldn't be here without you, brother. I wish more than anything that you and Gigi were here today with us. I miss you and love you. Thank you. Thank you, Vanessa, for being here tonight. Proud to be your brother. Thank you. And an uncle to your wonderful girls. I love you guys so very much. When you did it all together, 2009, 2010, it was super special. That's what you work for, right? We've been talking about this the last few days with Dirk, with D-Wade, with Tony. So I want to thank the Lakers organization, the Buss family. Rob, thank you for being here with your family tonight. Linda Rambis, Mitch Kupchak, the amazing coaching staff that we had, my teammates, Derek Fisher, Lamar Odom, Andrew Bynum, Luke, who's here tonight, thank you for being here. Sasha, Jordan, Trevor, Meta. I'm so grateful to all of you. I hope that you take this honor that I'm receiving today as part of your own. Without you, I couldn't have done it. A special thank you to Phil Jackson. What a truly incredible man. Besides showing us how to play a triangle, I think the most important things were what he taught us about mindfulness, about meditation, about blocking the noise, encouraged us to read, cultivate our minds. Thank you, Phil, for that. Then I had the chance to go to Chicago, the team that we grew up pretty much all idolizing and following, the Bulls. Played 2 years for the Bulls. Got to know an amazing city. Thank you, Jerry and Michael Reinsler, for being here tonight. Very special 2 years. From there, I signed with the Spurs, the San Antonio Spurs. What an amazing franchise. Pop, Becky, Toni, Manu. I mean, one of the things that Pop told me during free agency, and I talked to Timmy, I talked to Manu, they're strong, right? Their pitch is really strong. Said, think about the guys that you're going to spend time with. Think about the guys that you're going to be in the bus with and the plane with. And it's true, right? We spent a lot of time with teammates in our teams. So I just love the opportunity to play with you guys. It was truly an amazing experience, and I'll always forever be thankful. Thank you, RC, also for the opportunity. My wife and I will always cherish those 3 years in San Antonio. We had so many great memories, and we'll forever love them. I learned so many things about Pop. Obviously, the basketball stuff, the good to great, play harder and smarter than your opponent for 48 minutes, all that good stuff. It's very important. But I'll never forget one of the things that he said that I will take with me, and I've taken with me and I've applied. It was Valentine's Day, and he asked, did you guys get your significant others flowers? And some of us proudly said, yes, absolutely, yes, for sure, of course. And he followed up with, well, why does it have to be Valentine's Day for you guys to give flowers to your loved ones? So I thought that was a very important message. Thank you, Bob. And lastly, the Milwaukee Bucks, where I ended my career. It seemed like the miles that I put on my body finally caught up with me, so, it is what it is. Of course, you cannot understand my career and me as a player without my national team, La Familia. So many battles with friends. We made each other better. You guys pushed us to earn every one of those games. Against D-Wade, USA team, Dirk, so many battles in Germany. Representing my country was a big deal. Such a privilege. So, but today we're going into the Hall of Fame together. How crazy is that? And how beautiful is that? All right, I want to thank my agents, Arn and Steven, for guiding me throughout my NBA career. Thank you for being here tonight, both of you. Both are amazing. To all the physios, the strength coaches, the staff, the team doctors, the security, everyone in the organization that allows us to do our job. We couldn't do it without you, and we appreciate your job and dedication so very much. All the media, thank you so much for everything that you do, for giving us the platform to reach hundreds of millions out there. And I wanted to take a second to especially acknowledge my trainer, Joaquin, who was been with me for 20 years throughout my career, and committed to me to enhance me as a player, to be a good friend, and to prolong my career as long as I did. Thank you. Gracias, gente. To my wife, to my lovely wife. I'm the luckiest man. Thank you, love. Thank you for being my best friend. Thank you for being patient with me, for dealing with my ups and downs, for complimenting me. You're the best. I'm so lucky to be your husband. I'm so lucky to be a father to our Ellie and Max. You're the best. And transitioning from the NBA to the next chapter is not easy. I don't care, we talked about it with Shane years ago. You go through a dip, right? You've got to figure things out. It's a big shock, especially emotionally. No matter, I mean, I was able to prepare for it, build things along the way, but still, you struggle. And having the support of my wife throughout this time, has made it possible for me. So thank you, love. And to wrap up, as the old phrase has it, to whom much is given, much is required. I truly believe it. Those values, the pursuit of excellence, the drive to succeed, the love of family, the recognition to give back, the power of empathy, the ones instilled both by my parents, both working in healthcare, home by Kobe, always wanted to be extraordinary and epic, and encouraged and supported by my beautiful wife and family. They're the reason I'm committed to working to make a bigger difference in our world. And I want to encourage you all to continue to find ways to join efforts, to team up, so our impact can be much larger. We have a unique opportunity to do so. Thank you all very much. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
Is a pair of Spurs who celebrated 4 championships with him, Tim Duncan and Manu Ginóbili. Tony Parker.
Sorry, I have a lot of French people in town, sorry. Got a big French mafia, sorry. Wow, thanks the Hall of Fame, what a class, 2023. Unbelievable, I have a lot of connection with that class. Pau Gasol, my teammate with the Spurs, huge rivalry, Spain, France. Dirk Nowitzki, where's Dirk? Dirk. I went to your Jersey retirement. You're a great friend, and Texas rivalry was fierce. D-Wade, we played twice in the NBA Finals, and people don't know that, but he's my little brother, favorite player. So every time he will come to the house and be like, the way, like all the time. And then be like, man, can you stop it? You're my own brother. But we won one, so we're good. We're good, very good. Becky Hammond. People don't know that, but she's like my big sister. We have a great relationship. Thanks for all your advice through the years. And I'm so happy to go to the hall with you. It's crazy. Coach Pop, I was told that it was the first time that a player and a coach going at the same time to the Hall of Fame, so that's pretty cool. For the rest, yes, I can get rid of him, it's crazy. For the rest of the inductees, it's an honor to go with you guys in the Hall of Fame. Thank you. So, my presenters, Tim Duncan. I started writing my speech last week, and I was trying to think like, why Timmy so special? Why Timmy so special? Like, it was like I couldn't sleep, you know, why Timmy so special? And at the same time, it's easy, and at the same time, it's hard. So I will start with the obvious. To me, he's the best power forward ever. That's the obvious. But me, what I know, he has a special power, superpower with his eyes. I'm going to explain. He never talked to get the ball. Never. He'll just look at me. And when you're 19 years old, coming from France, it's very scary when Tim Duncan looks at you. I play with a lot of teammates who will complain to get the ball, you know, oh, Bruce Bowman, like, oh, Tony, I'm open. Tony, I was open in the corner, you know, I'm like, but, hey, what's up, Bruce? But Timmy will just look at me, and I'll go to Pop, I'm like, Pop, you give me the look. And then Pop will be like, you really look at you? I was like, yeah. If you want a point guard tomorrow, we need to call a play for him right now. And so that's why, to me, Timmy is special, and he's one of my presenters. Manu is unique. Manu is unique. He's the most unique player I ever played with. And he was so unique that Pop didn't even know what to do with him these first 2 years. It was very priceless as a point guard to see Pop's faces after some of his passes. Because with Manu, you have two passes. You have the legend one that everybody will talk about. It was unbelievable. And the one that go to the fans, to the stands, you know what I mean? Pop's favorites. There was a lot of those in the first 2 years. So we had a rough start, you know, with Manu. And a rough beginning, you know, with Argentina too. You know, actually the Argentina media, they thought like I didn't like Manu. I don't pass the ball enough to Manu. But I never really understand that because Pop is the coach. It's not my fault if Pop calls all the plays for Timmy and Timmy will take all the shots. I'm just the point guard. So I needed an ally, and Manu was my ally at the beginning. So everybody knows that, but I'm going to say it again. My rookie year, Timmy didn't talk to me my rookie year. And people think I'm crazy when I say that, but it's true. Timmy don't like French people. Okay? Gary, love you. It's not until I play good in my rookie year against Gary Payton finally say one word. Actually 2 words, 3 words. I'll remember. Basically, we'll be all right. So, we're all good now. The little Frenchie, a little guy from Argentina, and a swimmer from the islands. Who knew? We won 4 championships together, and it was an honor to play with you guys. So my journey started with a big dream. I wanted to dream big. And I wanted to go in the NBA, and I wanted to become the first European point guard to make it in the NBA. And I always tell my kids, dream big. And when you say your dream to somebody, and he's not laughing at you, you don't dream big enough. And so when I was in France, they will always say, oh, you're too small, you're too skinny, you will never make it. Well, I'm the one who's laughing now. I had a great family. My dad is from Chicago. My mom is from the Netherlands, Amsterdam. I'm born in Belgium, but I'm French. So, go figure. I grew up with both cultures. I felt like I had the best of both worlds, and it helped me a lot for my journey. To my dad, I love you too, man. To my mom, she was a health doctor, helped me a lot for the longevity of my career. I love you very much. Thanks for everything. To my 2 brothers, TJ and Pierre. Those guys will do anything for me. I love you guys. To Josh and Liam, my 2 kids, I love the way you are. You have great hearts. I can't wait to see what you're going to do in life. And I know it's going to be great. I love you very much. Yeah, they love the camera, just like Steve Nash kids. Remember, Steve? I watch your speech, you know, to work on mine. Yeah, I did the same. To my love, Alize, thanks for the support. I love the way you take care of me and my kids, and you have a pure heart. and you make me want to be a better person every day. Love you very much. I'm going to say some quick thanks to my French Mafia, my friends, my team. Thanks for all the support. Gaëtan, 30 years of friendship. Thanks, man, you like my brother. MS, my big sis, thanks for always listening to me and being there for me. TT, I didn't have a big brother, but you were definitely my big brother. I will always remember when I tore my ligament and they were saying that my career was done, and you flew 48 hours after, and you were helping me, going to the restroom and everything with my leg. I couldn't do anything. You were always there for me. Thank you very much. Natalie, it's very hard to find the words, but the only thing I know is I'm very lucky to have you in my life. Cut Killer, I don't know where you're at. You got to be the one who traveled the most to see me play. I will always remember 2005 NBA Finals Game 7. Your wife was pregnant 8 months, and you still came. That was risky. Sophia, Hélène, thanks for making my life easier every day. Alexis, Edwin, Mathilde, Lil Bros, Lil Sis, love you guys. Matt, Tina, my board partners. Can't wait for make more memories together. Xavier, Mayu, Vincent, Nina, Luciano, Christina, Bilde, Augustine, love you guys. To my team, Stephen Newman, you're the best. Didier Doma, I have no words. Thanks for everything. You mean a lot to me. Bill Brighton, 18 years. I don't know where you're at. Love you too. Neil, Stefan, all of my Infinity 9 group, all of my No Frog Partners team, Rob, Sean, Donnie, thank you very much. I appreciate everything you do for me and my family. The Spurs, man. What an organization. It starts with R.C. Buford. R.C., you find me. You find me. And thanks for believing in me. Thanks for convincing Pop to do a second workout. I was definitely terrible on my first one. Thanks for convincing him. And I will not be here without you. Thank you, RC. I love you. And I'll put Sam Presti on the same group with you because Sam was there too with you. Thank you. Chip England, you might be the only guy who watched all my shots my whole career. And it was very scary to me when you decided to try to change my shot to be consistent. And my first year working with you, I made the All-Star team. So thanks for everything. Obviously, I had a lot of great teammates. David Robinson, where's David? David Robinson, you were the original. You and George Gervin, Patty Mills, George Hill, Steve Smith. I can say a lot of my teammates. Bruce Bowen, you are a hero growing up in France. We were watching you with my brothers. You always took care of me, and you always had my back. Michael Finley, I forgot to mention you on my jersey retirement. Forgot. And I told you I'm not going to forget in my Hall of Fame. It's okay you're on the Maverick side, but remember you won with us. Huh? You won with the Spurs, you know. I will tell a quick story on Michael Finley. He's one of my favorite teammates. In 2006, he decided to come to the Spurs to win a championship, because that's what you do when you come to the Spurs. You want to win a championship. And in 2006, we lost against the Mavericks. So Dirk had a hell of a play, and we lost. And I will always remember, we were in the locker room, and you were crying, and I took that to heart, like you were crying, and I was like, man, we didn't do it. And so 2007, my only motivation the whole year, it was to try to bring you a championship. And I remember when we beat Cleveland, sorry LeBron, when we beat Cleveland, it was priceless to see your face, and that we got you a championship. Coach Pop, it starts with him. Coach Pop, you're unbelievable. You're unbelievable. I can say a lot of stuff about you, Papo. The way you cursed at me and the language that you used to push me, but I have my kids here, so I'm just going to keep it simple. At the end of the day, you threw me in the fire. I'm 19 years old. In 5 games into my rookie year, you put me in the back of the plane, you called me and you're like, you're starting tomorrow. I was like, really? I was like, did you talk to Timmy? Yeah, because I was still thinking he didn't like French people, so I was like a little bit scared, you know? And Pop's like, you'll be fine, you starting, and the rest is history. You've always been a second dad to me, Pop. Everything you did for me and my family, I appreciate everything. Thank you, Pop, I love you. To the French team, the French national team, we celebrated 2 weeks ago. We celebrated our 10-year anniversary of our first gold medal, the only gold medal we won with the French team, and it was a great feeling. I always thought that if I didn't win with the French national team, that my career was not going to be successful. I was obsessed with winning a gold medal. So it's true. Sometimes I wish that Pau Gasol was not born, because I would have won a lot more gold medals, but because of you, you push me every year to come back with the national team. So I had some great teammates, Rudy Gobert, Nicolas Batum, Jan Mahimi, but my two partner in crimes, Boris Diaw and Ronnie Turaev, you made it worth it. You made it worth it every summer. You made it worth it. To the Hornets, I want to thank Michael Jordan. He was my idol growing up. He's the reason why I wanted to play basketball. He was my inspiration. I had posters of him in my whole room. And you know, people always say, never meet your idol. But for me, it was the opposite. It was unbelievable that now I had a great relationship with him and I can call him a friend. So thanks for Michael and thanks for the Hornets organization. To finish, I feel very blessed. It was an unbelievable journey. I never thought somebody like me can experience something like that. So for all the kids who are watching, keep dreaming big. Thank you very much. I appreciate and love you all. Let's have a good night.
Fellow inductees for the great achievements, and I would like to thank the European Hall of Fame Committee for choosing me for the 2021 class. My father was instrumental in instilling in me the love of sports. I'm going to tell you a little story about my father. He was crazy about our soccer home team, and my school was really close to my home. So once I was in a class taking an exam, my father climbed the rooftop of the building, and once our team scored, he yelled, "Tony, we're up 1-0. After we scored again, he yelled again. By that time, obviously, teacher, of course, realized what's going on, and to stop him disrupting the whole class, she actually sent me home, sent me out. Thank God I passed the test. But that was my dad. That is my dad. I started with sports when I was 8, playing table tennis and soccer. At age of 15, I picked up basketball. My career is defined by 2 teams and 2 cities. City of Split, Croatia, my hometown, and Matini Plastica, and of course, Chicago, Illinois, and Chicago Bulls. To me, City of Split is one of the biggest sports cities in the world, and it produced so many great athletes in many sports. At my beginnings, my instrumental coaches were Igor Karkovic, Petar Bezel, and Zoran Graš. Slavko Trnić was the coach who taught me the fundamentals of basketball and was instrumental in developing me in the good basketball player that I was. I was fortunate enough to have many great coaches, like late Krešimir Ćosić, Moka Slavnić, and 2 coaches that I won everything in Europe with, Božidar Marković and Željko Pavlinčević. At this time, I want to express my gratitude to all my teammates who pushed me as a youngster every day to be a better player, a better person, and a better teammate. Dino Raja is the most known among them and my fellow Hall of Famer, but I love and respect all of them. Thank you. In my international career, I played for the 2 countries, Yugoslavia and Croatia, and I had great success with both. I would like to thank my national team coaches, Rusim Halilovic, Svetislav Pešić, Dušan Ivković with Yugoslavia, and with Croatian national team, Petar Skansi, Aleksandar Petrović, and Pino Đerđa. Of course, I had opportunity to play with some great players on those national teams. Some of the fellow Hall of Famers like late Dražen Petrović, Dino Raja, Vlade Divac, but many other great players. At this time, I would like to thank this gentleman here. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. For kicking my butt during the Olympics in Barcelona, and that way motivating me to work even harder to become an important part of the Chicago Bulls. My sincere gratitude goes to Mr. Jerry Reinsdorf and the late Jerry Krause for insisting on bringing me to the Bulls and believing in me as a player when it wasn't common for non-American players to play in the NBA. City of Chicago, thank you. Thank you. City of Chicago and its people have welcomed me and my family from the beginning, and I want to thank Bulls fans for their continued support. I had 3 unbelievable years winning the championships and playing for some great coaches, greatest coaches in basketball, Phil Jackson and late Tex Winter, and practicing and learning from the greatest players, again, Hall of Famers, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, but the others as well. I always said that our practices at that time were harder than many games that we played. Also, I would like to mention other teams that I was a part of. Benetton Treviso, Philadelphia 76ers, Atlanta Hawks, and Milwaukee Bucks. I had a great time playing for these teams, and I want to thank them all. Many thanks, thank you. Many thanks go to my agents, late Luciano Capicchioni and Herb Rudoy. There are many other people that I didn't mention today, but they all helped me along the way, and they all have my gratitude. And for my friends who are here tonight, making this night even more special, thank you all for coming. My love and my thanks goes to my parents, my dad Ante, my mom Radeka, and my sister Sandra for the great sacrifice and continuous love and support. To my kids, my son Martin, my daughter Stella, I love you guys. You make me proud each and every day. And to my wife Renata, my high school sweetheart, we have known each other for a really long time. You were with me from beginnings, through all my ups and downs, and we did everything together. I love you. I always cared about team success over the individual goals, and now when I'm standing here, I can say I was right. I'm incredibly humbled to receive this honor, the greatest in all of sports, and I thank you all. Thank you.
For 13 seasons, who ranks among the best big men of all time, Tim Duncan. Manu Ginóbili.
Heart pounding. Are you sure you don't want to do this? I know you love the spotlight. Yeah. Okay. All right. Whew. Amazing. Those videos get you, man. Incredible. It's been a long journey. In players like me, individual accomplishments are team honors. I'm not here because I was super special. I'm here because I was part of 2 of the most important teams of the 2000s, with the Spurs winning 4 NBA championships, and with my Argentinian national team winning gold in 04. Yeah. Adding there a EuroLeague one in Virtus Bologna, Coach Messina, and you got the reason why I'm here. But today, I also want to mention and talk about the teams that were not that successful, but for me were fundamental stepping stones to get here. Without those steps, I was not here today. And it all started at age 6, 7, in a little club team in Bahia Blanca, 1 block away from my home, so I spent a lot of time. And my dad was, the president of that team. He was one of the founders. He was always there. He was not working, he was in the club. My 2 brothers played there, older brothers. They were always there too. My mom was the coach. No, she wasn't the coach, I'm kidding. She couldn't play, she didn't know anything about basketball. But she would pick me up from school at noon. She would feed me, help me cross the street, and let me just go play all day long, all the way till dinner. And I would dribble, shoot, make friends, 6, 7 hours a day. And it was a perfect, the ideal spot to strengthen and develop my passion and love for the game in a very healthy and familiar environment. So I thank everybody that was part of that side of my life. From there, I played till 18. And at 18, I became a pro. I said, whoa, I wasn't that special, but coach that is here called me up. I said, oh yes, I'm going, of course. And I was first with Andino, La Rioja, then back in my hometown with Estudiantes, and playing in front of my family and friends at the highest stage in Argentinian basketball was a blast, and I loved every minute of it. I even had the pleasure to play with my brother Seppo that gave me every single ball, and we had a blast. Everybody that was part of my Argentinian experience, coaches, players, thank you so much. With my gradual growth and development came the first call to be part of the national team, and with it the attention and the possibility to go overseas, and Italy was the first stop. Viola Reggio Calabria, with a coach that really trusted me in tough moments, great veteran leaders that showed me how it's done, and it was a fantastic first step in European basketball. Then the jump to Virtus Bologna, where I was coached by Ettore Messina, and he basically taught me what it was necessary to get some W's and championships, and we learned fast. Thank you, coach. The NBA moved from being an unreachable dream, to a realistic goal after playing for you and the wonderful group of teammates that I had, and we were successful enough to win that EuroLeague. The Italian experience for me was so valuable. That's where I became not only the player that I ended up becoming here in the NBA, but also the man. So I appreciate everybody that was part of my Italian experience. During those years, I was still in Reggio Calabria. One time I was playing with the national team, and I get a call saying that I was selected by the San Antonio Spurs with the number 57. I said, what? That I could not believe it. And I'm literal. I could not believe it because I thought it was a mistake. That it was a language thing that they thought. I had zero expectations, zero. Never had a conversation with the Spurs. My agent never told me that I could have been drafted. I had no fancy suit, no hat, no press conference, no nothing. I got no clue that it was happening. I didn't even know what San Antonio was in the world. Zero. But you pretty much know that side of the story. The Spurs were one big, strong, supportive family for me. 16 years. 16 years playing for the same coach, with mostly the same players, representing the same colors and city. so many wins, losses, so many friends, so many incredible experiences. And for that, I got a lot of people to thank. Of course, you got some obvious ones. Pop, here, what can I say, man? I'll be short this time, but you've been so important for me and my family on and off the court that I'll never be able to thank you enough. Thank you. The one next to me, one of the best players to ever play the game, but also one of, and the most important one of the best teammates. Man, I learned so much about you, how to be a leader, how to be an example on the court and off the court, so appreciate you, team. CP, we had our priorities straight, man. We never let our egos get in the way. We knew when it was your time, when it was my time, when it was his time. That was most of the times, for sure. You got a little bit of time, I got a little bit, most of the time, but we got it done. We got the job done, man. It was a pleasure. You guys know, these three guys will get you a lot of wins. All-stars, MVPs, best coach ever, whatever. But to win a championship and to become a real team, you need a whole bunch of other little pieces in place. And we had a lot of them. And I repeat, we have a lot of them. And here there are a few. Bruce Bowen, you made my job easier, man. You guarded everybody, yours, mine, his, everybody, and did it well. Thank you. Matt Bonner, wherever you are, I'm not gonna forget you this time. You were a fantastic teammate, so many fun times. Buddy, Thiago, Bobo, you made those trips fun, man. I love you. Finn and Bones, great veterans in my position. I learned a lot from you and I had a blast playing with you, wherever you are, Finn, I know you're here. Fabri, out there, my ideal teammate. Thank you, brother. And I could keep going and going and going with 100 names because I had a lot of them, but I appreciate you all and I'm being completely honest. Love sharing teams with you. We had a blast preparing those games, going to those dinners, winning together and losing together. It was fantastic. Thank you. When you talk about the Spurs organization, you cannot only name players. The organization is way more than that. It's the ability to find highly qualified people that fit the culture. Tom James, Will Sevening, and Alisa Rodriguez, 25 years in the organization, amazing people. Assistant coaches, video coordinators, trainers, physios, equipment managers, GM, RC, wherever you are. You are as important, I know this, as the first three I mentioned. Thank you. Thank you for selecting me. Thank you for bringing me. Thank you for keeping me. I really appreciate what you, Pop, the whole family, and the whole Spurs ownership did for the city, for the community, and for all of us. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. The crazy thing about my career is that while all of this was happening with the Spurs, 16 years, at the same time, in parallel, I was having another career. And it was as nurturing, as fulfilling, as exciting and fun as the one with the Spurs. And it's with my national team in Argentina. A few other guys are here. I could go and start talking about you individually, non-stop, for a long time. But I'll stick with what we always done, is to do it as a team, and there's nothing I value more than that. I appreciate how we ran together so much, man. The championships, of course, but the disappointments also. They got us together. The conversations, the terrible trips, the late dinners, the early breakfasts, the jet lag. It was all worth it. I got you guys. I love you. That's friendship. That's brotherhood. I think it's been amazing. I'm looking forward to more adventures off the court now with you guys. I also want to thank the NBA for giving us this extraordinary stage to do what we love. David Stern first, Adam Silver now, and their wonderful team. Best sports league in the world, period. Thank you. Your love on a daily basis. Thank you very much. And now allow me just 1 minute to address my family in Spanish. I may get a little emotional here, but bear with me. Sepulea, mis hermanos, gracias por aclararme el camino. Gracias por la inspiración. Me empujaron de chiquito porque yo quería ser como ustedes. Papá. ¿Cómo me hubiese gustado que estuvieras acá? Y puedas entender lo que está pasando hoy. Mi primer fiel y más grande seguidor. Te extraño mucho, viejito. Te extraño. Mamá, sé que estás mirando por ahí. Me llevó a tener 3 hijos varones para entender los sacrificios que hiciste por nosotros durante tanto tiempo. El esfuerzo, la dedicación, el amor en actos, la libertad de elegir. Gracias. Manny, Luca, Dante, and Nico. As you heard, a lot of things happened to me in my career, but if I had to choose one moment where stop time and enjoy forever, it's right now with you. Doing what we do, our time together, our trips, our rides, our nights, our everything. I love what we are, I love what we accomplished, I love what you are. I love you guys so much. And I think I'm the last one here, so thank you to the hall and the whole class of 2022. It's been a pleasure. Thank you all for being here and looking forward to more adventures together. Bye.